Hey everybody, it's Andy Barrar, Handy Andy from handyandymedia.com, and today I'll be doing a review for Best Buy's blog on this speaker right here. It's from Sony and we're looking at the XG300 portable Bluetooth speaker. Now, in this review, we're going to take a quick look at the design of this Bluetooth speaker. We're going to discuss a little bit about the setup procedure, namely, if you're an Android user, you're going to be very happy about that. And then we're just going to get right into my discussion about using it. I'm actually going to do a sound test so you could hear it for yourself, how it sounds both on camera, and I'll do a live test right now. So, without further ado, what do you say? Let's get it. Folks, sit back, relax, get your popcorn ready, and cue the intro. So let's go ahead and begin with the design of this Bluetooth speaker. You can see that it is meant to sit horizontally. On the bottom, you do have 2 feet. It is quite heavy, you know, it's in that kind of a weird space where it's not too big, but it's not very small. It's right in that mid space. And its most prominent design feature has to be this right on top. It has a retractable handle that allows you to carry it with you wherever you go. Now, in terms of weight, it's about 6 pounds, which does feel a little heavy, but at the same time, it's not too heavy. And the great thing I like about this design is you can go old school and use it kind of like a boombox like they did back in the 80s. On the side, what you're going to notice is that there's 2 subwoofers and they do have an LED light around it. Inside the Sony Music Center app, you're going to have the ability to use this other app that will give you visual effects and even sound effects as well. So the speaker packs a lot. The actual controls are on the front. Of course, you have your power, you have your Bluetooth button. There's also a mega bass button. So if you really want to push up that low end, you have the mega bass button to go on for that purpose. There is also the playback buttons and the volume. So you can operate it on the speaker itself, and of course you can operate it inside an app to change the volume. When you turn it around, what you'll notice is that there is this kind of a cover that fits nice and snug, but when you do open up, you'll see a variety of different ports. You got USB-A, you have a headphone jack, USB-C. You also have a battery care button and also a light button. And if you press the battery care button, it'll tell you something very important.
Battery care mode on.
So I got battery care mode on. That's to conserve the battery.
Please recharge speaker.
And this speaker, I've been using it a lot, so it's almost dead. But hopefully we have enough juice for this review. Now let's go ahead and talk about the setup procedure. Now, of course, this is a Bluetooth speaker, so if you have a mobile device, you'll be able to pair it to Bluetooth, but it does support Google's fast pairing. And so if you have an Android device, you're gonna see this come right up and it's gonna be probably the easiest pairing possible. Now, if you're on iOS, it's okay. You can still get this up and running. You just got to go in your settings and then pair it like you would old school in the Bluetooth settings. But once you're done that, you're up and running. Now, I mentioned there is the Sony Music Center app. That is an app that allows you to have additional controls. You could adjust the EQ. You could also use light effects and sound effects that can all be accessed inside the app. Another thing the app allows is for the different types of streaming platforms. So SoundCloud and Spotify were available in there. So if you want to use your favorite music streaming app inside of the Music Center app, you can do that. I don't really understand why you would want to do that, but you do have that option. Now let's discuss my experiences using it. I've had a lot of experience reviewing speakers, and one of the big issues, and I always get this kind of flack from people, is they're like, you know, I want to hear it. And every time I try to play music on it, it gets flagged on YouTube. But Handy Andy has a solution. You see, I used to make music way in my 20s, I probably stopped right when I was hitting about 30, but I have a treasure trove of beats and instrumental music that I can now use when I'm reviewing speakers. So what we're going to do is listen to some of the music that I have made, because it gives you a really good idea of how the speaker sounds, and more importantly, it won't get flagged on YouTube. So what I'm going to do right now is give you the opportunity to listen to it as I recorded it when I was doing my initial review. So if seeing is believing, hearing is also believing. You can tell that this speaker can get loud. There is a lot of low end. Speaking of which, why don't we just do a live test right now so you could hear it through this microphone. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and play another track from the archives of my my fledgling music career when I was in my 20s. Let's go ahead and play something so you could hear it right now. Hope the battery doesn't die. I got the mega bass on, so let's go and see how that sounds at the drop. 4, 3, 2, 1. Old school style. So overall, folks, the sound profile is very nicely balanced, but it definitely accentuated on the bass. And with a speaker like this, I think you really do want to have a lot of bass because it's kind of a party speaker. You know, you got the lights, you got the effects that you could do inside of the app. So it's really meant for groups, and people love bass. You know, a lot of young people, the music that they listen to has a lot of low end, so it makes sense to have speakers that give you that option. Now, if you're listening to maybe say classical music and you want something a little more bright, of course you can turn the mega bass off and then be able to hear that clarity. But the thing about these Sony speakers is that they just sound really, really good. And I don't think it should come to a surprise to anybody. Sony has just had a history of making fantastic audio products throughout the years. So it's no wonder that, especially when we're talking about portable Bluetooth speakers, you're going to be very happy with that. In terms of battery life, this has 25 hours on a full charge. It does support quick charging. So I believe 10 minutes of charging, you're going to get about an hour's worth of use. Should probably have done that before I started this review, but we made it through without the battery dying. Anyways, folks, I hope you enjoyed this review of the Sony XG300. If you did, please smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, and leave your comments below. If you want more information about your boy, maybe you want some of my music, you hit me up on my website, handyandymedia.com. There should be links to the social as well, so you could find me on Twitter, Instagram, you name it. I'm there, except for TikTok. I found TikTok to be too addictive, so I had to leave that. But all the other platforms, you can find me. Andy Barrar, Handy Andy from Handy Andy Media, signing out. See you again next time.